And we are live. How many of you watched that intro all the way through? Clearly, if you didn't, you wouldn't be answering me right now. My name is Daryl. I'm the CMO of Agorapulse. Big shout out to my crew, especially my good videographer, Nathaniel Harper, rock star. We had a lot of fun making that little 5-minute countdown timer. So if you enjoyed it, give us a shout in the comments. If you thought it sucked, give us a shout in the comments. Welcome to Everybody Has an Opinion. All right, today, this is the premiere launch of Tech Stack. So you may be seeing a theme. I just did a 15.5, and you thought, Daryl, I thought that was 15.5 was like tech, trends, and tactics. No, my friends, yes, it's a 15.5 where we had 5 minutes per topic and then 5 minutes for Q&A. And we call that, though, the tech, trends, and topics. We call that T3. This is Tech Stack story time. So we've got about 3 different 15.5s. We're going to do like one a month. So every 3 weeks, you're every week for 3 weeks, you're going to see a different version. Look forward to the next one. It's going to be a lot of fun. But this one is 15.5 Tech Stack story time, where we bring in the thought leaders of the world and we say, what's your tech stack? And we specifically ask you to highlight why you pick certain things. Now, when we pulled together our tech stack, it was massive. I'm not even going to show it to you. I'm almost embarrassed. All I could think about was the money that we are spending on that tech stack. So that's not a good sign. We're spending that kind of money. So what we did was we've narrowed it down to roughly 3 items per 4 categories. There are 3 highlights. If you want to see more, let me know. I'll share it with you. But because we only have 15 minutes to nail this out, we have to go quick, we have to go fast, we have to go furious. So a couple things for you. If you've got a cool killer tech stack that you think worthy of sharing with the world, and you want to come on the Tech Stack story time, then give me a shout on LinkedIn, on Twitter, smoke signals, I'll see it, I promise you, and we'll get you on. If you know somebody else who's got a cool tech stack, let me know about them. If there's a tech problem, tech challenge, tech question you're having about your tech stack for your revenue, send it to us. We'll bring it on the show, and we'll specifically highlight a client, an individual who's actually solved the problem you have a question to. So it's all about tech stacks. What are you doing? Is it working? And why did you make certain choices? Because, man, do we have options? Finally, I'll tell you this. I mentioned price. It's so true. Every single company I know right now, especially in the SaaS space, is trying to whittle down their tech investment every single month. So that's why this is so important, because you need to physically reduce your spend. What do you keep? What do you lose? You get the idea. Okay. So that's it. I'm not going to go anymore. We're going to get right into it. Now, let's see how well this works. We have a couple different ways that we can do this. We have one way where I can bring in slides. We have another way and I can do a banner. Shall we play and have fun with it? So this is the banner. Tell me what you think of this. The banner, we're playing with this. My team says, Daryl, maybe just put a banner on the bottom and you'll see how that looks. So this is the banner approach. The 4 categories I thought about, TECH. We've had some fun with this. Tech stands for how do you target? How do you engage? How do you convert? And then the H we struggled with, admittedly, okay? But we came up with how do you harmonize? How do you create harmony? How do you harmonize all of these pieces to get everybody involved? So that's if I go the banner. Let me know, do you like the banner? Alternatively, what I can do is I can physically, what do we got here? I can physically say, hey, let's just do this. Let's just bring it up as a slide. Do you like the slide? What do you think? What do you prefer? Do you prefer the slide? Or do you prefer the banner? That's what we want to know. Okay, so let us know in the comments. Okay, so we're going to carry on. Tech. All right, so what we hit up here is we're going to talk about the actual contact database, okay? So the first one, let me see how I'm going to do for time. I'm going to make sure time check. Okay, so here we go. I'm probably a minute already. I ramble too much, folks. I apologize. Okay, so what we got here is we've got tech. Tech stands, we're going to go with targeting first. All right, so T, target, tech, there we go. Woo. 3 things we're highlighting: the contact database, SEO, and events. Camden, you prefer the slide. Trevor, you prefer the slide. Nathaniel was thinking the banners. You guys hit the slides. Okay, it's good to know. Here we go. We chose on the contact database, we did a long exhaustive search. We looked at Zoom Info, we looked at Cognizant, we looked at Seamless, we looked at Sales Intel, we looked at Apollo, we looked at more than I can spew off. It's crazy. And they're all good. There's not a bad choice here. You need to prioritize what it is you like. In the case of Agorapulse, we needed something that was very global because half of our revenue and customers are in Europe and half are in North America. Shout out, of course, to UK, England, and Australia. They're loved too, and they're also part of our English region base. When I say North America, I really mean English. But anyway, Apollo for us was fantastic. Great integration with HubSpot, much more affordable. So again, we talked about that downward pressure on price, that drove the Apollo. What was really interesting, we use a lot of VAs. Many of those VAs are the Philippines. Guess what all the VAs happen to know? They know Apollo. Does that mean Apollo is really good with the VAs and because the price point? I don't know. But it made on-ramping my VAs who use this tool way easier. So far, we're loving it. It's got decent quality. Nothing's perfect. I don't want to say it's a perfect solution. Nothing's perfect. Not a single vendor has amazing quality. It's pretty good quality though. What we love about it though is it has both the contact database, plus it has sequences if you want that. So you can get rid of VanillaSoft or Outreach or SalesLoft if you want to do that. Plus it's got intent signals, plus it's got like job changes. So it's a really cool tool, lots of playbooks. Check it out, Apollo. We like it. Huge response. On the SEO stuff, SEO, organic search are number 2 in volume of leads to Agorapulse. We use both SEMrush and Ahrefs. The reason we use both is we find Ahrefs is better in Europe. SEMrush is better in North America. What do you guys see? Do you use either one or both? Let us know. And by the way, speaking of both, many companies have at least 2 contact database solutions. For example, maybe that you have an Apollo and a Clearbit, or you have an Apollo and you have a Seamless, because maybe one tool is really good for mobile numbers and the other tool is great for mapping an account. So not uncommon to have 2. Finally, for event management, we've got so many events. This is virtual events, okay? We use AirMeet. This one, if you don't know AirMeet, check it out. It's all about event-led motions on the GTM play, the go-to-market play. AirMeet has been great. We have quarterly summits where thousands upon thousands of people come out. There's breakout rooms, there's polling, there's interaction, there's networking, there's a vendor expo, all done on AirMeet. So think about somebody using a webinar platform like a Zoom or a GoToWebinar or something else. This is that, but on steroids. Huge, big shout out to AirMeet. So that's T for Target. How am I doing? Not good. I'm talking way too long. Next one we took from the tech stack is Engage. We got a massive stack here, but I want to talk about these 3 areas. I'm going to work from the bottom up. On the social media side, because again, if you don't know, social media is your number 1 channel. Says Gartner, says HubSpot, says LinkedIn, all the research. Bigger than pay-per-click, it is the number 1 channel. What am I doing now? I'm streaming to you on social media. All right, how do you manage that? We use Agorapulse. It's phenomenal. Of course, we say that, but it truly is. User interface, slick as hell. Great for publishing, for scheduling, great for consulting and collaborating. If you're an agency, almost half of our install base are agencies. Agencies love it because it gives them incredible power to collaborate with their clients at nominal to 0 additional cost. Other companies charge you for that. So check out Agorapulse. I love it as a user, as an individual, because I can have lists and I can get my general inbox. So one inbox, whether it's LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, etc. One inbox that I can respond to everybody. So I can go to one place to schedule for all my platforms and one inbox to respond to everybody so I don't miss anything. So check it out, Agorapulse. Design, Canva, the marketing team swears by, we live by, whether you need those poster images or anything else. We don't need a graphic designer. We do need approved templates that follow the guidelines of our branding. All right. But once we have that, it's dynamite. Makes anybody look like a $1 million bucks. We love Canva. But I want to talk about video. Notice I didn't put down one product here. I put down a whole bunch. So you see these videos happening, the videos I put out, the videos that we put out as a team of the company. It's a lot of work. Look at all these different tools we use. Captions.ai. Great because it's multilingual. So I can use one tool and I can support all my people over in with a German language or the French language or the English language. The whole team loves it. Okay, video editing. We use both CapCut and Descript. All right, you see them both there, and DaVinci Resolve and Adobe Premiere. It all depends on what you like. Some like Descript. I like CapCut. My stuff's all done on CapCut. But my video guys are the rock stars. They're either in DaVinci or they're in Premiere. So we use all of those. Vouch. Check out Vouch if you don't have it. It's a cool tool to actually go to your customers and have them self-create testimonials in a controlled fashion like that. It is amazing. We love that. And then, of course, you have all the add-ons, Motion Array for those cool graphics, Epidemic Sound, because, video without great music, great sound sucks. TubeBuddy for all of our YouTube stuff, and of course, Riverside FM. So every kind of webinar you see, we pre-record often using Riverside. We get separate tracks for each speaker for audio and video. We can then edit up in post-production, so it looks brilliant. And if there's a bad internet connection, it eliminates that problem altogether. So there we go. How am I doing for time? Not good. Checking I got to go fast now here, folks. Okay, next up, converts. Okay, obviously, we use Agorapulse. You're saying, wait a minute, you just did that for actual engage. How do you use it for convert? Because Agorapulse is tied tightly with Google. We have the ability to use UTMs. And because of that, I can tell you every single thing you do, how it converts in actual dollars and cents, whether it's paid social or organic social. You may go and put a comment on an Instagram post with a link to something, and if somebody clicks on that link, I can tell you if it closed the deal. Now, for the first time ever, social media people everywhere can physically say, I drove this much revenue. It's not subjective. It's not an opinion. It's not it's actual proof. And if it's our number one channel, shouldn't you do that? So web analytics, both Google Analytics, GA4, baby. We're in the conversion ourselves now. Agorapulse supports it, plus Agorapulse it. Okay, next. Social proof all over G2. G2, you can love them, you can hate them, and I have my opinions of them, but I will tell you this. They are the number one place to go for people to evaluate you against your competition. We go there on a regular basis when we're doing our own techs, sourcing of tech. So G2 is going to be a part of it. And for sales, we use Outreach, but I will say this. It's a good tool. We have evaluated others, including HubSpot. We prefer Outreach over HubSpot, but we are seriously evaluating the sequencing capabilities of Apollo right now, because if that works, we will get rid of Outreach. Always about saving those dollars. Finally, on the Harmony or the Harmonize, all right? So for the CRM, we use HubSpot. That is both sales and marketing. We have one platform. I tell you, there are many people inside this company who think we should go to salesforce.com for the sales side and keep HubSpot for the marketing side. No desire to go to a Pardot type solution. We have a single Salesforce solution. We like HubSpot on the marketing side, but check back with me 6 months when our HubSpot license renews. Ask me if we're still using HubSpot on the sales side. But there you go. Project management, we are all in on Asana. Let me tell you that. All in. It is a godsend. We just had our all-staff meeting, and everybody said without Asana and our project management leaders, a big shout out to Yago and Cece, we would just fail at everything we're doing. Now, I want to tell you something here. Tech is only as good as the processes you have in place and the adoption you have in place. And for us, we've spent a year building in the processes, refining the process. Is it giving too many notifications? Is it giving not enough notifications? Are people using it? Do they believe do we have standard operating procedures that are too complex, too granular, not complex enough? So it has been an iterative process, and there's been a lot of change management, because in the early days, people thought that the project managers were micromanaging them and just like Big Brother is watching. So you got to do one with the other. Finally, on making the team come together, we are big users of Slite. I'd never heard of it until I came here to Agorapulse. Slite is a glorified wiki. It captures all of our documents. It's a single source of truth, way better than Google Docs across the entire company. We use Loom for all of our videos, although we're reevaluating that because of their pricing structure. What are you using for video? Are you happy internally with the price point? We use Miro for all of our mind mapping and the visual constructs. And of course, we do everything in Slack. Speaking of Slack, we've also got a teaser I'm going to give you today. The teaser is this. We are building a Slack community for all of our 15.5 users out there. We're going to come to you with a link shortly, and you're going to be able to join our community, whether you want to talk about tech, you want to talk about the tactics, you want to talk about the tools, the trends, wherever you want to be. You can be part of the 15.5 community. So there we go. That, my friends, is our tech stack. Woo! Like I told you, it's coming soon. See the teaser? There's a bit.ly, but no actual link. That's just us teasing you. So, oh my gosh, with all that said, let me just bring it back here. I am looking at my clock and I am up. It is 15 minutes. So I got through that. I might have had a heart attack. My heart is going. I'm pacing, trying to catch my breath. What did you think, folks? We're looking at what we got over here. A couple takeaways. People are loving air meat. They're saying it looks great for big crowds. It is. Check out Mark Killens. He's the CMO. You're going to love Mark. Great guy. He's all over event-led marketing. If you're a big fans of GTM Partners, led by Sangram Vajre, Brian Brown, etc. They have 15 GTM motions. One of them is event-led. In other words, how do you go to market? One of the ways to go to market is through events. Events could be in person. Events could be virtual. So there you go. Those are the big things here. So what else, if I were to say, what else can I tell you that I really like about our tech stack or I don't like about our tech stack? The biggest complaint we get about our tech stack is the following, and it's a constant battle. It's too many notifications. Think about it. We wake up in the morning, we get notifications galore from HubSpot. We get notifications from Asana, our project management tool. We get notifications of mentions and updates in Slate, our central repository of all of our documents. We get notifications galore in Slack. Slack is crazy, out of control. And it just becomes overwhelming. Now, what's even interesting for me, this is something people don't think about when you think about your tech stack, is your users. For example, I am in North America. Head office is in Europe. So when I wake up, they're already 6 hours into their day. So I am starting my day to an avalanche of notifications. So we've really had to fine tune the notifications in our tech stack to only do the high stuff. Question, is Slate an alternative to Notion? It can be. Yes, it absolutely can be. There are Notion elements about it. The difference is Slate is more enterprise caliber, shall we say. Notion tends to be more personal. That can then be rolled out to small teams, but it's hard to deploy standards across the whole process. And I will tell you, I'd never heard of it, but it is a cool thing. Now, here's the other thing that's interesting on the differences, okay? Our technical people truly love Slate for documenting all their processes, where sales and marketing are more biased towards Slack, quick hit, short messages. Is that cultural? I don't know. Is that just based on the role? I don't know. But and then the other part is sales and marketing is more biased towards Asana, project management. And there's people, like, here's the problem with tech. It can be used and abused, all right? So there's people who were using Slate internally for project management. But it's not a project management tool. It's a document. It's a wiki. So sales and marketing all over Asana for project management, engineering, technical people, product management all over Slate. So we've had to have these corporate reconciliations. So there we go. What tools do we use to create proposals? We don't create proposals here, which is crazy. What we do is we simply send a standard contract. So that's the beauty of the price point we have. We're not selling an enterprise product that goes at $1 million a year and has all these services components and all these, phased rollouts. Hence, you would have to have that in a proposal. We don't have that, but there are some fantastic tools out there that, of course, totally slipped my mind right now. But the one that comes to mind that I hear over and over again people talking about is Proposify. So I have never used it, but I've heard great things about Proposify. So there we go. Okay, how am I doing for time here? I'm showing that I have less than a minute left. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to come back over here and put this slide up on the screen. Hope you don't mind if I do this. If you liked what we talked about today and you want to hear more about, say, I don't know, Agorapulse, because not only is it part of the Engage, it's part of the Convert, you should go check it in action yourself, get yourself a free demo. Just tell him Daryl sent you. He'll hook you up, get you a great price, all that wonderful stuff. But in the meantime, that, my friends, is our 15.5 Tech Stack story time. Who do you want next? Message me. Let me know. I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, look for the next 15.5 live session. What's it going to be? It's the third one coming up. We just did, the T3. Now we did Tech Stack. What will the next format be? Stay tuned. Check us out online, whether it be YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or my own personal LinkedIn page. You can connect with us lots of places. Have a great day, folks. I'll talk to you soon.